So it's been requested that I make a TikTok asking questions for Australians, and I wasn't going to do it because they're pretty much just sandy Canadians, but I'm sure they can handle it, so here we go.
G'day, mate. It's my crazy little Canuck friend. Hey, you guys got the internet now. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Does Donald Trump actually allow you to have that, does he, up in Canada? Oh, that's pretty cool. But you're right, mate. We're Australians. We can take it. We're just like you Canadians. Actually, I was reading an article the other day that was comparing different nationalities around the world, and it said that Australians and Canadians were very similar on attitude and outlook on life. So that must mean you guys are just a bunch of no-hoping alcoholics as well, because that's all we are in Australia. Just good at drinking beer and playing sport and taking the piss out of seppos. So I suppose we've all got those three things in common. But anyway, mate, you're right. We're Australians. We can take it. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Fire away, champ.
Go. First of all, what the actual hell is this?
Well, in my professional opinion, mate, something with 8 legs living on the wall, we technically call that in Australia a spider. Okay. Admittedly, it's a huntsman. They do get pretty big. We keep them as pets. We put little harnesses on them and have a leash and take them for a walk. But they do get pretty big. And that's why we have the saying in Australia, mate, we're not here to fuck spiders. You don't want to have sexual relations with that thing.
Do you still need a criminal record to become an Australian citizen?
Nah, mate, you don't need a criminal record to be an Australian citizen anymore. You just need a criminal record if you want to be an Australian politician.
How did you guys lose a war against Wish brand ostriches?
Mate, we didn't lose one war against emus. We lost 2 wars against those Wish brand ostriches. But have you seen the size of those 6-foot-tall psycho chickens? Those things are nuts. And we're not stupid in Australia. We know when we're fighting a losing battle. We gave up and we said, okay, the emus, you can take the desert. That's why we all live on the coast now. The emus have claimed the centre.
Do you guys have sex, or do you mate?
Mate in Australia means something totally different, mate. We don't have sex in Australia, we root. Now, I know you guys in Canada, you root for your team, but if you root for your team in Australia, well, that's a whole different way of supporting your local sporting team. Put it this way, you're going to be the number 1 supporter, that's for sure.
Why do you guys wear thongs on your feet?
Well, we're not going to stick them up our arse, are we? And you've got to remember that thong in Australia is footwear. Okay, it's the only country in the world where you can wear your thong in public and no one gives a shit. All right, but what you call thong, we call a T-back, okay, or a G-string. But yeah, we don't stick our thongs up our ass.
And do you guys watch your TikToks like this or like this?
Well, that's a good question, mate. We actually have a special phone system in Australia, which is actually backwards. It flips everything backwards. So it comes out on our phones actually the normal way up, or what normal would be normal for you guys in Canada. Okay, but Telstra is pretty backwards. Ask any Aussie that one. But I was just wondering, you guys, you call us down under in Australia, we call ourselves down under. Do you guys in Canada, do you call yourselves up over? I think it'd be a good name, good tourism campaign for you. Up over in Canada. The Americans would hate that. That would piss the Americans off because it would put you above them, even though you are above them. But yeah, Trump wouldn't like that one. Come up over to Canada. I like it.
Duet me with your answers and let me know if you want me to do a part 2.
There you go, mate. Hopefully that answers a few of your questions. And if you've got any more questions, just ask any Aussie. They'll tell you.